Welcome to Zatheria, where we talk about seeing into the unseen realm of frequencies. Normally, we talk about 20 to 20,000 hertz oscillations through an oscilloscope, and we visualize them to observe different geometries that come through. But today, we are going to be deep diving into a whole other spectrum of frequency called the infrared bandwidth. And we're going to talk about how to see into this unseen realm using the military grade PVS-7 Gen 3 night vision goggles. And there's been a little bit of a debate about whether the UFOs or UAPs are really out there. So today we're gonna settle the score because I'm gonna show you some bombshell videos here in Sedona using these goggles. First, let's talk about the tech. Now, these infrared goggles use 3 different main parts in order to produce the image that you see. There's the photocathode, the microchannel plate, and the phosphor screen. So each one of these parts is amplifying the light in a different way. And it starts with the photocathode. So first the light comes into there, and then the photon ejects an electron via the photoelectric effect. Then this current of electrons is accelerated and multiplied via the microchannel plate. So this MCP, or microchannel plate, amplifies the signal by taking the electrons and putting them through lots of tiny holes. Then the electrons hit the green phosphor screen. So this is a glass plate coated with fluorescent phosphor material, and it gets hit with the electrons where they're converted back into the visible light photons. There's also a digital version which has a very different type of amplification technology using compression algorithms, which is very different than the analog version, which is taking light in real time and converting it through photocathode tubes. So I have been seeing craft for years, and I see them all the time. I've seen thousands at this point, and I've been observing and cataloging different patterns of behavior. So we're going to look at some of these patterns of behavior, what makes them anomalies that are different than any type of known flying object, such as a satellite or a shooting star or an airplane. Number 1, plasma power-up. Locals refer to it as a plasma power-up. This involves an initial bright light field emission when the craft initiates an extreme glowing light intensity around it. Then it's often followed by the craft blinking out or phasing out. Number 2, formations. The craft is often seen flying in various formations and groupings, such as a trinity structure. Number 3, strange turning behaviors. We tend to see sharp angular turns, changing course in non-linear trajectories, zigzag patterns. Number 4, anomalous acceleration behaviors. So we're seeing sudden shifts in speed, rapid acceleration, deceleration, starting, stopping, changing course, redirecting, almost as if the act of observation is shifting the probability waves needed for that flight trajectory. Number 5, blinking in and out. It's as if they're cloaking or even phasing out into a traversable wormhole. This is unlike a satellite or an airplane or a shooting star because these phase out slowly over time. Number 6, being escorted by military planes. So sometimes we'll see a military plane escorting some of these craft. And the military planes we know are differentiated from normal planes because they have a triple blink Although we cannot say for certain what any of these unidentified flying objects are, it doesn't fit the narrative that we've been spoon-fed all of our lives, and we must demand the truth be disclosed. One theory for what is going on here is that there are spaceports which act as interdimensional transit hubs, kind of like an airport, but for other types of exotic propulsion systems like anti-gravity technology. Who knows what kind of technology they have in a spaceport? Maybe a combination of vacuum docking bays, magnetic guidance systems, superconductor field generators that stabilize incoming craft moving at high velocities. It may involve grounding ships that are coming in through warp drives or wormholes. A little bit about a warp drive. It can be pictured as sculpting space-time using coherent energy patterns to stabilize a field. So similar to how harmonic frequencies create stable geometries in the oscilloscope. When waves of any type are perfectly phase aligned or phase locked through harmonic resonance, they form organized, structured, toroidal geometries such as rose curves and many other types of geometries that we've been looking at. So in physics, we know that coherence concentrates energy in a structured way that determines how space-time curves. So the conceptual bridge is that a warp drive would require finely tuned, highly coherent frequency field geometries that compress space-time into a precisely orchestrated harmonic field, shaping the geometry of reality itself. So there's most likely superconductors that are used in these systems where the fields can be stabilized, because we know superconductors are masters at stabilizing a field. Superconductors, controlled energy density around ships, managing forces such as inertia, radiation, and local space-time curvature so that the exotic propulsion states can be safely contained and transitioned. So these superconducting generators create a localized envelope where gravity's effects are modulated and balanced so that the ship can dock and maneuver under controlled conditions. So we're looking at the possibility for anti-gravity technology using superconductors and understanding ways that we can embody qualities of superconductors so that outside forces have less of an effect on us. Imagine a levitating monk. That's superconductor status. So who knows how many different species are involved at these spaceports and how many different types of ships, types of craft that we might be seeing coming in and out. How many timelines are overlapping? We just don't know. So the routes may connect to distant star systems, and others may link to regions where space-time curvature allows traversing, allowing for time travel. So the reason why these spaceports theoretically are built on regions where the planet's geomagnetic field has specific gravitational flux behavior, like strong electromagnetic gradients, radiation differentiation anomalies, or naturally occurring nodes where the magnetic field lines and ley lines converge. This could make it easier for spaceships to take off and land because there isn't as much dense energy preventing that flux field. Another theory is that the spaceports are integrated with deep underground tunnel systems that are connected through multiple surface sites, and this allows movement without exposure and detection. So there has been a tunnel system that has been exposed on the mainstream TV show Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, Sedona episode, as they use ground penetrating radar that shows a man-made tunnel underground going from the Clarkdale cement factory, which has extensive ties to Lockheed Martin, then passing directly through Bradshaw Ranch on towards Secret Mountain and beyond. It's possible that these now defunct tunnel systems were only exposed on public mainstream TV to distract from the ones that are currently operational in the other regions of the greater Sedona area. Hi. At this stage of human evolution, withholding the truth is no longer an option. People need to know the truth in order to make accurate decisions about the trajectory of their lives and their soul missions here on planet Earth. At this point, knowledge is a requirement for stability and advancement as a species and the end to all suffering. Humanity is at a stage of its evolution where it is of utmost importance that we command and invoke the level of internal spiritual maturity required to handle the truth. It's very important to proclaim and invoke one's choice to know the truth. It will significantly impact society and future decisions made about the trajectory of each soul's life mission on Earth. The process of spiritual and emotional maturity starts in the place of generating internal coherence and purification. Internal coherence may require a great amount of shadow work and trauma healing in order to understand the root of what is triggering a particular instability in one's emotional circuitry. This pathway to coherence involves choosing neutrality and understanding how to neutralize one's emotional reactivity to all situations and choosing to not allow the emotion of fear, shame, or guilt to have any power over one's biology and consciousness. So we must all make the choice to align with love, with joy, with creation, with taking responsibility for our thoughts, actions, words, emotions, to take responsibility for the quality of the vibrational emission of our frequency. In this state, higher dimensional beings will be able to tune into your radio station and contact will be imminent. Let's go ahead and review some of this footage. Alrighty, first we have this video here where right out of the gate we can see all kinds of craft moving around. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Look at this shot here. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see all kinds of craft all over, coming in and out, traversing timelines. I mean, this looks like a busy LA highway up there. Looks like the JFK airport. Look at all that. And you see a little mini plasma power-up going on over here. Did you see that one? Yeah, we're gonna see a lot more of those. You see them coming in, going out. Okay, yeah, wow. Just look at that, going forwards and backwards in the play bar. That's just incredible. Now let's take a look at video number 2. And once again, we can see all kinds of activity. And it was a little bit of a challenge initially to stabilize the camera, but here's a little formation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. More in the back. This is just crazy. Are you guys seeing this? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. And look at that. They're going upwards. Look at this flight path here. They're going straight up. Got 2 more over here. Now let's go to video number 3. And once again, we have one of these. We have a little plasma power up going on here. And as you can see, you can trace this trajectory here. So they come out right about there. And look at that plasma power up. I'm just going to be going forwards and backwards so you can see. And there's going to be many more, but you can see this plasma power up, and these were coming out multiple times a minute. This was about 10 o'clock at night. Look at that. You see all these around in the background. And look at all this movement. They're just coming from everywhere. Look at this. Okay, let's go to video number 4. Okay, look at all this activity. This looks like kind of a delta formation here. Little trinity. And let's see what happens. And then we see another plasma power up. Another one. They just keep coming. See, and where does he go? I'll back that up a little bit. So as you can see, he starts off here, and then track your eyes on that plasma power up there. Wow. Okay, next video. Alrighty, and then here we have 3 ships here. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a military plane escorting them, which is a very common phenomena in this realm. 3 ships. And let's see if we can see where they go. Oh, see, one just bleeps out. See, these 3 are all converging. Look at that. So we have this delta formation, and then we have one coming in here. Okay. All kinds of activity there. Okay, in this next video, it looks like some of the ships are going into a wormhole of sorts. Oh, here we go. Okay. It starts around here. Okay, so you're going to keep your eyes on this one, and this one, and I think there's one more. Yeah, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they all seem to disappear into a wormhole. You see that? So this space right here seems to be some kind of a traversable wormhole, a tear in space-time, and all these ships are going in and disappearing, even that one. Let's see that again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are they going? What is happening? What the heck is happening here? This is absolutely bonkers. Are you guys seeing this? Okay, so let's look at a couple more here. Wow, look at all that activity. You can just see, I don't know, 10 coming through. That's just... Okay, are you guys seeing this? What is going on? What is going on up there? I want to know the truth. Okay, so this video is incredible. This video shows not one, but 2 plasma power-ups launching from the exact same spot in less than a minute in one video. So we see a military plane here, and then we see this plasma power-up coming from this particular spot here. And we're gonna see 2 of them in this one video. So this would be the first plasma power-up. As you can see, he's now powering down. You can see lots of activity in the background. And now we're going to see the second plasma power-up simultaneously. So keep your eye on this guy. Okay, so we can see the power up. I'm just gonna go forwards and backwards so you can see everything that's happening here. All that activity in the background. Look at all that. That's incredible. Okay, and now for the crazy part, keep your eye on this particular craft and watch what happens. Boom! Look at that. Let's do a replay. This is a plasma touchdown. Look at that. This ship is coming in from the exact same trajectory that these plasma ships are launching from more than once a minute. That is not a shooting star. What is that? And if we back it up a little bit more, we can see more closely that it is in fact the same spot that this plasma ship, we'll call it, is launching from. Right here. This is where this particular ship came from, and this one too. So they're both coming out from the same spot as they're going, as that particular ship went in. So let's just see that again. Power up and power down, right into the same spot. That is incredible. Can you guys believe that? And these were taken in the location of the Devil's Bridge parking lot, which we'll locate on the map shortly. But let's go ahead and watch one more clip, which was from this past weekend at the Quest conference in Sedona, at the Sedona High School. As you can see, there's a little pull from the football field. We were standing outside on the balcony, and look at all these ships. Just look at all this activity. This is like, you know, we saw dozens of ships coming in and out of this particular zone. Look at that. They're just coming and going. What is happening? Oh my gosh. What is happening? Oh my gosh. This is mind-blowing stuff. Look at that. We saw hundreds. Okay, and now we're going to look at the map. Let's check out the map. Okay, so here we have a hypothesized location for where the spaceport is located. So first I drew these 3 lines right at the parking lot that we were sitting at. This is the Devil's Bridge parking lot. And as you can see, I drew 3 different lines to cover the line of sight that I was viewing the UAPs. Okay, let's try to get a little closer. Okay, so if you remember from the videos, there was this little dip in the horizon, and this little area right here is exactly where ships were coming and going, especially those plasma power-ups. But it seemed like approximately this entire span here would cover the majority of the takeoffs and landings. So we know that there may be a spaceport located at some point on these lines. We know there's most likely a spaceport somewhere within this region here. We just don't quite know how far out. It's very difficult to discern how far exactly this spaceport is. So let's just do a little map cruising. Okay, so could it be here? Let's zoom out a little bit. Could be here. Alrighty, let's take a look at this very strange city called Valais. And check this out, there's already an airport here that's very close to the lines. Wow, look at that, almost exactly aligned. I took a trip to Valais to visit the Flintstones Bedrock City, a psychedelic art park that reminds me of some kind of a Burning Man art installation with all kinds of Flintstones buildings. They have go-kart racing. It's kind of bizarre and amazing at the same time. There's also this little park called Raptor Ranch, which has dinosaurs, not real dinosaurs. And my intention was to view both this way, northwest and south, to see if I could triangulate the location of the spaceports. This is what happened. I'm here today in Valais, Arizona. My goal here is to locate the exact coordinates of the spaceports. So it's finally dark outside, as you can see, and we're gonna find the truth You ready to find the truth? Let's do it. So basically, what happened was I mostly saw ships coming from northwest, meaning that the spaceport is most likely up towards the Grand Canyon. However, there may be multiple spaceports on the same line at different locations. So this is most likely some kind of a ley line or meridian that has some kind of a magnetic flux field that makes the line desirable for spaceports. Thank you all so